Welcome guys to my new video. One of my customer brought this power bank to me and he told me that this power bank stopped working and this is how this power bank is doing. Right here you can see this power bank is blinking light. You can see it's blinking light, it's blinking light, it's blinking light. This is exactly how this power bank is doing. And if you touch this IC, it is very hot. Check this out. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to put a little paste for you guys to see and confirm that this IC is very hot before I start to troubleshoot the issue. My dear technician, let me zoom for you guys to see the IC very well. Check this out. This is the IC. This is the IC. You may ask, Father Joe, what is the function of this IC? I'm going to explain later, but now let me put paste for you guys to see. Check this out. Let me put paste for you guys to see that the IC is not working. The IC is heating up. Check this out. The IC is heating up. You can see that the IC is heating up. The paste is melting to show that the IC is heating up. The IC is heating up seriously. This is the main reason why this power bank is not working. You may ask, Father Joe, what is the full meaning of IC? IC means integrated circuit. You may ask, Father Joe, what is the function of this IC that is heating up in this power bank? Without this IC working, this power bank will not generate any 5 volts. You may ask, Father Joe, why? This IC generates high frequency pulse to the inductor, and the inductor generates the 5 volts and then stored in a capacitor and released as 5 volts to the USB output. This IC performs so many tasks like switching on the light and also switching off the light with just a click. So this IC performs a lot of work. Now that this IC is not working, what am I going to do? My dear technician, do not worry. I will show you how you can be able to troubleshoot and fix the issue. So let me disconnect the positive line that takes power from the battery to the board, to the power bank board. Okay, so let me do that without time wasted. If you have questions, you can drop for me in the comment section if you have. If you have questions, you can drop for me in the comment section if you have. If you have questions, drop for me in the comment section if you have. You may ask, Father Joe, what makes the light to blink, 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 always blinking, 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 blinking? If you short the 5 volt output from the USB, the power bank will start blinking light like this. It means that something is shorting the output voltage of the USB, right? The 5 volt output voltage from the USB. Now that this light is blinking, 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 something is wrong, which means that capacitor, either from the board or inside the IC, is shorting. My dear technician, if you check very well, you'll see that after I disconnect the power from the battery, so I try to connect and disconnect again to see if the blinking will start doing. Check this out. Let me do something. You can see I connect now and it's not blinking. You can see, so when I press the button for the IC to start generating the 5 volts to the USB, it start blinking, which means that something is blocking the 5 volts from getting to the USB. Something is blocking the 5 volts from generating or getting to the USB. It's just the capacitor. My dear technician, it's just a capacitor. It is a capacitor issue. So with this, you'll be able to know where the problem is coming from. So with this test, you can see that the capacitor is a problem. There's a particular capacitor that is the problem. So for us to fix this issue, I'm going to start troubleshooting. Right now, let me use my multimeter to start troubleshooting. I want to test capacitors one by one. We have a lot of capacitors here on this board, so I will test them one by one. I want to see that faulty capacitors. I want to see that short capacitors, the one that is shorting the voltage. I will detect it so that we can be able to fix the issue. Right now, you can see I'm with my multimeter and let me start troubleshooting. Right here, you can see I keep my multimeter in continuity mode and let me start testing. Check this out. I start testing capacitors to detect the faulty one. I want to detect the one that is shorting the voltage. So you can see I'm taking my time to do this. My dear technician, take your time to troubleshoot. It's important. Take your time to troubleshoot. Like I said, if you know how to troubleshoot, there's nothing that you will not repair. There's no phone, there's no component, there's no board that you will not fix the issue. So take your time to troubleshoot. Take your time to troubleshoot, please. It's important. Take your time to troubleshoot. My dear technician, I'm done with testing all the capacitors on the front side of this board. I'm done. So now I want to disconnect the negative power from the battery. I want to disconnect the wire that takes the negative power to the board. So let me disconnect now so that I'll remove the board, then turn the board, then test the capacitors on the other side, right? So let me do that without time wasted. Let me remove the wire. Let me disconnect it. Let me disconnect it. If you have question, drop for me in the comment section. If you have question, please drop for me in the comment section. I'll be very happy to see your comment. Me, I love reading comments, so drop comment in the comment section, please. Drop comment. So let me remove the board now so that I will start testing capacitors on the other side. So let me take my time to do it. Let me take my time to do it. Right now, you can see I just removed the board now, and you can see this side. Here we have a lot of capacitors. So let me start testing. Let me start testing the capacitors. Check this out. Let me start testing the capacitors. Let me start testing. Right here, you can see my multimeter. And let me bring my multimeter probe. So check this out. I start testing capacitors to see if I will find any faulty one. Right here, you can see, guys, none of the capacitors is short. None of the capacitors is short. It's still working. It's still working. I've tested all of the capacitors. None of them is short. Now, the problem is the IC, because right here on this board, there's no much component. We only have IC and capacitors and small resistors, and that's all. So the problem now is from the IC. So what I'm going to do now is for me to put paste on the IC and blow the IC. If I blow the IC, then try is not working. I need to change the IC. The IC is the problem. Okay, guys, this is how to troubleshoot. If you have any question, ask me in the comment section if you have. This is how you can be able to troubleshoot, to find issues, to detect if it is IC or capacitors or diode is the problem, right? Let me bring paste so that I can start blowing the IC. I want to blow the IC. There's a reason why. If you want to know the reason why, let me explain now. If you blow the IC, there are sometimes IC may lose contact. They have open circuit. They may lose contact. So with this blowing method, it can help to reconnect the loose contact before, right? It can help to reconnect it and it starts working. So I recommend you try to blow like this. If you try to blow and after the blowing still do not work, just know that you have to change it, and that's all right. So let me blow it and see if it will work. My dear technician, let me turn on my hot air machine and start blowing. If you have question, drop for me in the comment section. If you have, drop for me in the comment section if you have. Right now you can see I'm blowing. I'm taking my time to do this. I'm blowing the IC very well, so take your time to blow the IC. Blow the IC very well. Take your time to do this. You don't have to rush. Take time to do this, my dear technician. Take time to do this. Take time to do this. Take time to do this. Do not rush. Take time to do this. If you have question, drop for me in the comment section. Please, if you have question, drop for me in the comment section. Okay, you can see I'm done blowing. I'm done blowing. So let me allow it to cool. Let me carry it up now. Check this out. Check the way it is. Check this out. Check the way it is now. Check this out, my dear technician. The next thing now is for me to brush it. So make sure you brush it very well. Brush it very well. Take your time to brush. It's important so that you can remove the paste out. Do not allow the paste to still be on the board when you're done. Make sure you brush it. Let your work be clean. Take time to do it. Please do not rush. Take time to do it. If you have question, let me know in the comment section if you have. You can see my own. I'm taking time to do it because I want to make sure that my customer enjoy my work. And that's what I want. I want to make sure my customer is satisfied. Check this out. So I'm done now. So let me put it on the panel to see if it will work. Let me put it on the panel to see if it will work. If I put it and it's not working, I need to change the IC. I will let the owner know. If the owner agree, then I will order the IC because I don't have the IC now. I will order the IC so that I will change for the owner. My dear technician, let me test it now. Let me test it now to see if it will work. Let me test it now to see if it will work. You can see that it is not working. It's still doing the same thing. It's not working. It's still blinking lights. The problem is from the IC. As you all can see now that the problem is from the IC. So after I tested all the capacitors and none of the capacitor is short, the problem is from the IC. The IC is still heating up. That means the problem is from the IC. So the only way to solve this issue is to change the IC, right? The only way to solve this issue is to do what? Is to change the IC. For me, I don't have the IC now. So I need to talk with the owner. If the owner agree, then I will start looking for the IC so that I can change it. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye bye for now. I love you all. My dear technician, I strongly believe that with all the methods I've shown you from the beginning of this video, you'll be able to troubleshoot and fix any power bank or any phone that comes your way.